What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Tonight is Spin Master Monster Jam Collection video. Finally back in Blue Lake. So, we'll go ahead and start the video with Gears Blue Thunder. Now this thing. Golden chassis and wheels with white roll cage and tires with golden beacon to printing with Gear Monster Trads. Moving on to Ice Grave Digger. Now this thing. Blue chassis and wheels with white roll cage with clear blue tires with white beacon to printing with Ice Monster Trads. Moving on to Zombie Megalodon. Now this thing. Black chassis with red roll cage, green wheels with black beacon to printing with Zombie Glitter Trads. Moving on to Galaxy's Monster Mud Dalmatian. Now this thing. Cyan chassis, beacon to printing and beadlocks with black roll cage with black wheels with Galaxy Glitter Trads. Moving on to Fire Son of a Digger. Now this thing. Orange chassis and wheels with yellow roll cage with fire orange tires with orange beacon to printing with Fire Monster Trads. Moving on to Hunter Max D. Now this thing. Gray chassis with brown roll cage, mahogany wheels, chrome beacon to printing with Hunter Glitter Trads. Moving on to Gear Zombie. Everything looks same as Blue Thunder. Moving on to Ice Dragon. Everything looks the same as Grave Digger. Moving on to Zombie El Toro Loco. Now this thing. Black chassis with yellow roll cage, red wheels, black beacon to printing with Hunter Zombie Glitter Trads. Moving on to Galaxy's Bakugan Dragonoid. Everything looks the same as the Dalmatian. Moving on to Fire Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior. Everything looks the same as Son of a Digger. Moving on to Hunter Earthshaker. Now this thing. Gray chassis with black roll cage, mahogany wheels, chrome beacon printing with Hunter Glitter Trads. Moving on to the Neo Galaxy Gravedigger. Now this thing white chassis with light purple roll cage, pink wheels, teal tires with white beacon printing. Moving on to Nitro Gravedigger. Now this thing pink chassis with black roll cage and tires with purple beacon printing and bead locks with teal wheels. Moving on to BKT Customs Gravedigger. Now this thing silver chassis with green roll cage and wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Gravedigger Orange. Now this thing silver chassis with orange roll cage and wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Gravedigger Red. Now this thing silver chassis with red roll cage and wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Gravedigger Purple. Now this thing silver chassis with purple roll cage with blue wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Gravedigger the Legend. Now this thing black chassis with yellow roll cage, silver wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Son of a Digger. Now this thing silver chassis and wheels with blue roll cage with purple bead locks, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs the 30th Anniversary Gravedigger. Now this thing chrome chassis with lime green roll cage with farm green wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs the 40th Anniversary Gravedigger. Now this thing chrome chassis with black roll cage, teal wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Bad News Travels Fast. Now this thing orange chassis and bead locks with black roll cage, silver wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Aftershock. Now this thing. Yellow chassis and wheels with blue roll cage with Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Slinger. Now this thing. Red chassis with white roll cage and wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Wild Side. Now this thing. Dark Poison chassis and wheels with silver roll cage, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Iron Outlaw. Now this thing. Red chassis and wheels with silver roll cage, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Kraken. Now this thing. Copper chassis with iron roll cage, pink wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Zombie. Now this thing. Maroon chassis and wheels with white roll cage and wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Big Kahuna. Now this thing. Black chassis with light blue roll cage, silver wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Avenger. Now this thing. Silver chassis with lime green roll cage and wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs El Toro Loco. Now this thing. Silver chassis with black roll cage, orange wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Velociraptor. Now this thing. Silver chassis with mahogany roll cage, black wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Jurassic Attack. Now this thing. Silver chassis with purple roll cage and wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Northern Nightmare. Now this thing. Black chassis with red roll cage, silver wheels, Bigotty printed tires. Moving on to Bigotty Customs Blue Thunder. Now this thing. Black chassis with dark blue roll cage with silver wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, BKT Growing Together. Now this thing. Silver chassis with green roll cage and wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Wolf's Head. Now this thing. Silver chassis with brown roll cage, black wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Max D. Now this thing. Silver chassis with yellow roll cage, black wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Calavera. Now this thing. Silver chassis with pink roll cage, black wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Black Pearl. Now this thing. Silver chassis with golden roll cage and wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Soldier Fortune. Now this thing. Silver chassis with army green roll cage and wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Black Ops Soldier Fortune. Now this thing. Black chassis with silver roll cage and wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Thunder Warris. Now this thing. Black chassis with silver roll cage, red wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Time Flies. Now this thing. Silver chassis and roll cage with black wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Lucas Stabilizer. Now this thing. Black chassis and roll cage with silver wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Scooby-Doo. Now this thing. Silver chassis with golden roll cage with black wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, Megalodon. Now this thing. Silver chassis and roll cage with black wheels, begin to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions King Sling. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels with green roll cage with black muffler BKT Printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Bog Hog. Now this thing. Silver chassis with black roll cage, orange wheels and shocks. Chrome muffler, BKT Printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Son of a Digger. Now this thing. Silver chassis with dark blue roll cage, black muffler, purple wheels, BKT Printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Jester. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels with red roll cage, chrome muffler, BKT Printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Earthshaker. Now this thing. Yellow chassis and wheels with black roll cage, gray muffler, BKT Printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions BKT Grown Together. Now this thing. Silver chassis with black roll cage with chrome muffler, BKT Printed tires. Moving on to Custom Gravedigger Ride Truck. Now this thing. Silver chassis with green chassis with silver wheels, flotation tires. Moving on to Gravedigger 7. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels with lime green roll cage, flotation tires. Moving on to BKT Customs. Moving on to the Green Ghost Gravedigger. Now this thing. Also silver chassis and wheels with lime green roll cage with flotation tires. Moving on to the green Nitro Neon Gravedigger. Everything is all green except the wheels are white. Moving on to the blue Nitro Neon Son of a Digger. Everything is all blue except the wheels are all white. Moving on to the yellow Nitro Neon Earthshaker. Everything is all yellow except the wheels are white. Moving on to the pink Nitro Neon Calavera. Everything is all pink except the roll kit is all white. Up black. Moving on to the teal Nitro Neon Blue Thunder. Now this thing. Teal chassis and wheels with brown roll cage and tires. Moving on to the red Nitro Neon Northern Nightmare. Now this thing. Black chassis with red roll cage and tires with silver wheels. Moving on to custom Nitro Neon El Toro logo. Now this thing. Orange chassis and wheels with silver roll cage with yellow tires. Moving on to the yellow Nitro Neon Max D. Now this thing. Silver chassis with red roll cage and tires with black wheels. Moving on to the green Nitro Neon Max T. Now this thing. Silver chassis with green roll cage and tires with black wheels. Moving on to custom Elementals Trucks Gravedigger. Now this thing. Silver chassis, purple chassis with black roll cage with green and yellow wheels on the left and orange and red on the right with blue tires. Moving on, last but not least, to custom phased out Son of a Digger. Now this thing. White chassis with black roll cage with 2 red wheels, 1 black wheel, 1 white wheel, 2 white tires, 2 black tires. And that'll be it, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, or also you turn on your notifications to my YouTube page, Parker Wilson's Blinking His Amigos. Have fun. Happy Thursday.